And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the world over, Classic WoW lovers through all the different countries, all the different races and factions, welcome to the stream. My name is Cargos. It's that time again. It's the best time of the week. It's the time I live for every week. Good morning, Azeroth, with the boys. What's better than that, man? So with Melderon, with Def Camp, with Dunedain, as per our tradition, ladies and gents, we need Def Camp, which is our priest in the group, to bless the group and to bless the party, to bless the raid group that we have going on here, with the highest rank of Power Word Fortitude. So Def Camp, are you ready to bless the people?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you guys ready? You might want to turn down your headphones big warning.
You may pass out. You're gonna have to take an L here. All right. Here's the drum roll, dude.
Here we go. Good morning, Azeroth. How the hell's everybody doing today?
Well played, sir.
And the Lord said,
Hallelujah. Good morning, Azeroth.
No script, dude. We don't do stuff off the script. We're very off the cuff, kind of go with the flow kind of stream. Welcome everyone, guys. It's always great hanging out with you again. Let's start with some quick, let's get to know each other, chat. Let us know where you're coming from. Wherever you're watching right now, let us know your age, name, sex, location, social security number, and in the meanwhile, credit card number. At the same time, Melderon, Def Camp, Dunedain, how are you guys? How's your week? You have a good week?
I am doing very good. I had a pretty good week and just got home from work. It's Thursday, baby. It's feeling good. I'm ready for some more Blue Post news. I'm ready to play some classic WoW, PvP, Stage 2, World PvP. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so psyched. What a great freaking week, man.
absolutely.
The hype is real. The hype is real.
Yes.
True. Got a Blue Post, which we'll talk about, is good. Yeah. How about you doing?
Yeah, it's a good week. I have a holiday right now, so that's always good. And I'm following the Masters a little bit. Golf, maybe it's a nice watch. It's really just relaxing. Do you
smack the nut?
Do I what?
That's how we say golf in America. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've never heard that, Carlos.
Oh, yeah, I've been known to smack the nut once or twice.
Really?
You a golfer, dude? Tennis and golf are my sports, man.
Yeah. I am. But yeah, well.
You're such a basic
really,
Cargos.
I know.
Really good.
My ice corkies here, dude. One drink, two drinks, absolutely, dude. Anybody ever do that? Anybody so gluttonous they go and every time they go to get a drink or something they have to get two? I'm not that way, man. I always gotta get two.
No.
One is none, two is one is none. That's as the saying goes.
I like that.
So Dunedain, how much longer are you? When do you get off for the summertime?
Is that coming up soon? He's on holiday now.
Oh, you're on holiday. How long are you on holiday for?
It's only 2 weeks. So our summer holiday starts the 1st of July. And then we have 2 months.
Okay.
And, so I have the entirety of July and August, basically.
Dude, what if Classic comes out late August? How mad would you be?
What is it called when you go on an extended vacation? Don't teachers earn that after a while? You earn this thing after working for 5 years or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Tenure?
No,
Tenure?
Tenure. There's some kind of extended vacation when someone goes on it's almost like a
sabbatical.
Sabbatical. That's it, dude.
Death. Called death.
But that's unpaid, right?
Oh, it's unpaid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music volume's a little high, says D Hero.
Yeah. Sabbatical in college and for college professors, Cargos, it actually is paid, but you're supposed to be doing research at that time. You're not really off.
What about Classic WoW?
Well, I don't know if we can afford to do sabbaticals.
My sabbatical is Classic WoW. So Melderon, how was your week though?
So good. I've been learning about how Alliance favored the Onyxia attunement is. Man, it is easy mode, bro. It's wow. Compared to Horde, wow.
Everything about Classic, everything about the Alliance in Classic was easy, right? I mean, they get Fear Ward, they get Paladins, they get easier AV, they get the quests are easier. It's crazy, man. It's I guess they think that everyone who plays Alliance are just that young and just can't have that long of attention span.
Watch it.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
All right, we're going to move into this meme competition. Try and cheer myself up right now because I'm frustrated. And then
It's
we're gonna
okay,
do
brother.
news and updates. We're gonna go into some cool forum posts that you guys, the community, some opinions and stuff that you guys have put up on the forums. We're gonna talk about that, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna get started with this meme competition. See what we got this week. So my
Right.
man Mamrick, blessed lord of the memes, blessed mod of the memes in the Discord, has been kind enough to facilitate this this weekly meme competition.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much we're gonna go through a bunch of memes together as a group, and then whoever wins is gonna win one of these awesome Plagueland shirts that Brandung Media came up with made.
They're so cool, dude.
They really are. So this is what it looks like, man. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks awesome, man. Like all the little particle effects. There we go. So,
I mean, that shirt, dude. I want one so bad.
I hope he does it
Oh.
for all the zones, man.
That's what I was saying, right? Can you imagine if he does one for every zone? Like, imagine he does one for Duskwood, and you see like Darkshire, you know, sit in the middle of Dark, or like the what is the one secret place there? The cave of the place of the unknown soldier. Kind of have that like on a picture. That'd be so cool.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Yeah.
Imagine
yeah.
he did all these shirts with the plaque though, and it all has the little zone name at the top or something. Man, I could totally see it like framed up. I would make a little set out of it. Sweet. So yeah, the winner's gonna win this awesome Plagueland shirt, just like last week. So now we'll get into the dank memes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. We on the
Meme
first
number
one.
one. Guys ready? Seems like we're
Yeah.
taking baby
Yes.
steps. Seems like
Yeah,
we're all right on
yeah.
Twitch.
We good, baby. We good.
Right? Okay.
Good.
All right.
Mm.
Here we go. Meme number one.
All right.
Read this. WoW vanilla starter pack. First of all, what is with all that bread and water, dude? There's bread and like refreshing spring water, 42 kilobytes per second. I guess this is back OG vanilla.
This is yeah.
Is it now? Did you guys play on those fat monitors?
Yes,
I
dude.
know.
Our first monitor, Melderon. What was it?
No, it was like a hybrid. It was kind of flat screen, but it had like a part in the back that was where all
That's
the guts
right.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like top of the line, like when we got it, because Melderon literally bought a brand new computer for Classic,
I think
for Vanilla. Yeah.
I had a flat screen already.
I think
Yeah.
But what's really funny is that manual that you actually read.
Oh yeah. Actually reads it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Brady Games manual. Yeah, that was sick, dude.
Yeah.
I like the Nokia phone.
Tyrant build 20 ally login. or like a world boss is up. Kazak's up. Go log in right
Funny
away.
shit is Ask Jeeves, dude. You remember using that for like
Oh
like
my
1
God.
millisecond? That was the search engine.
I used when I was playing. It was just Thoughtbot. I think was already.
I'm saying just as an
established.
overall search engine. This was like
Oh yeah.
People were
Oh my
using-
God, Ash Jeeves. That's right. Yeah.
It was like a search engine like Google. This is funny, man. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah.
dude. This I didn't see this. Look at the top right. Do you want to turn on sticky keys? Oh god.
Oh, you want to?
Oh, you like stop hitting until you hit something like more than 3 times. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one, man. Okay, so next one up.
That's a good
This is a
one.
classic. I've seen this one before, but this one is friggin' hilarious. Whoever came up with this one is a genius, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
The Stranglethorn Vale contested territory with the
Yep.
fucking Vietnam.
Vietnam.
like, black and white picture in the back, and he fucking
Oh, I gotta.
he
Oh,
traces
I
I
gotta
gotta
play
s-
some Hendrix. There must be some
I
kind
gotta
of
send
way
you
out
some
of here.
cargos. Hopefully you can show it on stream. I made this thumbnail for Super Plate Brothers way back in the day,
Yeah.
but we never went into Stranglethorn Vale, and maybe you can show people. I think people would like it.
It's so funny. It's so funny because we were planning on going there, and we got our characters' faces, and you'll see. But yeah, dude, I just can see some Jimmy. That's what I'm saying. We were doing that Death Talk with the brothers, and they were saying that when we go to Stranglethorn Vale, you should put some like plants in your room, get some face paint on, put some Jimi Hendrix on, and really feel like you're there. You know?
Put some plants.
Yeah, put some like giant plants in your room so you feel like you're in a jungle. You know?
Go, dude.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Dude, I might do
Sneaks.
something. Are you gonna do something special for when Classic comes out? Like, should we like paint our faces or something? Do something crazy?
Dude, we should all like. Okay, I got an idea. We should all dress as our characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tier 2
I
paladin.
don't know
stuff.
how I'm gonna dress as an undead, but I mean,
Let me see. What's here.
did you say? Oh, you guys got to see this. You guys got to see this, dude.
There
So
must
good.
be some kind of way out of here. Oh my god, dude.
Can we put that in the meme competition? I would have.
This one
Yeah.
might win, dude. You photoshopped the helm on top of the head, too. I love that. I love it.
Those are our characters' faces that we were playing on. Dude, I love when you put the cigarette in your mouth, too.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's a
Guys,
100.
if
It's a
you're
big
not-
cigarette.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Super Play Bros series, Melderon's
Okay.
character looks just like him in real life. It's uncanny, dude. It is so crazy.
I'm putting it in the PowerPoint so people can see it, dude.
There you go. Hitting us with a rank 3 vape.
Look
That's
at that
what
dude
I
on the
need.
left. He's like, yeah.
Rank 3 vape. I'm gonna get you a rank
Yeah.
14 vape right now, guys.
All right. Oh, we got a cheer, man. Who did it? Melatonins, man, with the 500 biddies, my man. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with the scuff stream. Appreciate your patience. What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
thank you guys. Thank you guys. And thank you guys for coming over from YouTube again, once
Yeah.
again.
I'm gonna figure this stuff out, man. It'll be the death of me. I'm gonna figure this streaming stuff out. All right, next one up. Let's see what we got. Number 3. When you're out of mana and the tank pulls another group.
Oh, dude. That's like,
That's you, right? That's you, Dan.
that's Melderon. That's
Yeah.
what yeah, that is me. Every time Melderon pulls another group, I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Like, really? Really?
I just,
That's
I'm
my
just
prophet,
putting myself in
yeah.
the shoes of people who make this one and then putting the staff behind her. Like, you know, that's just fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Photoshopped it
But as a healer, honestly, as soon as the last mob dies, you should spam the drink button.
Yeah, you know what though? What
What?
if like multiple times where, you know, I'm rezzing someone or I gotta buff somebody. The tank, you know, and Melderon, I've yelled at him so many times that I literally make him look at my mana bar and I'll be like, dude, give me a second, right? If you want to do a big pull, go ahead. Just give me a second to get my mana, because if you die, I'm making your ass run back, okay? That's what's going to happen.
Hell yeah.
Just gotta drink efficiently.
Yeah, okay. You
All right,
got
next
to.
up, we got a GIF next up. Here we go. Number 4. That oh shit moment when you get ganked and start popping all your cooldowns.
I love that. That's
We've been
great.
there, dude.
I thought that was. I thought also something could be this would that oh shit moment when you get ganked, and then if you're this would be if you're playing on Northdale and you have, or you know, Voldemort servers where you have multiple people on the same account on different factions, and you log over and try to shit talk the dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we've all gotten a couple of those tells, right?
Yeah.
Do with your life,
You're so
man.
bad. You're so
You should kill
bad.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the
Funny.
best.
Getting mad at people
Took
over
you
the
4
internet.
whole seconds to kill me.
Getting mad. That should be a meme. Getting mad at people over the internet. Highly effective. Super effective.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon meme. Yeah, we've all been there. All right, next up. Let's see. Let's rip through these. Wife material. Jeez, I can't.
This is the best, dude. This is the
When she
best.
shows you her rank 14 character, that never happened. Dude. This has never happened. No.
Oh god.
I don't know though. Let me ask you guys. Though.
Ectoplasm.
Would you want a wifey that's like a really hardcore gamer?
Mm.
There's pros and cons to it.
There is, right?
Think
So
Very hard
my
question to answer.
my thing is my perfect dream girl, right, would be someone that understands my love for the game, but doesn't necessarily share it to the effect that I do, because you know this is gonna sound quite selfish, but you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna.
I know
go
what you're
there.
gonna say. I'm not gonna go there either.
Wait, say it again. What do you mean? What do you
No.
mean?
It's just you know I definitely see the pros, because you can spend a lot of time, you know, on the game together playing, but you know, somebody's gotta be the parent here, right? Somebody's gotta do
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
you know, and take care of me. So that's my idea.
Like I'm so used to being like the hardcore nerdy person, sometimes letting my responsibilities fall to the wayside. I would be shocked if I was with a partner who was like
That's what I'm saying.
deeper down the rabbit hole by myself. I think a lot of people they envision that they want like some super like hot waifu gamer girl. but-
No, and what I mean to say is honestly, like 100% for real. I need someone that calls me out on my shit, and like if I'm slacking, like dude, you know, you got to take, you know, Junior to class. So I don't know. I feel like that would breed a
Now we know
negative
Nefkin's-
environment where like
Ne-
we would get
Nefkin's naming his own
nothing
son,
done.
dude.
Yeah, my son's name is Junior.
Dude, what if I named my child Cargos? I'd probably get.
Dude, I would have the people take your kid. No, I'm just.
I don't want to have to share loot with her. Yeah, that's exactly Sneaks. I don't want to have to share loot with her. Exactly.
That's another good point.
Yep.
All right.
Def Camp is a shit bomber.
Here's the next one. Okay, Feral Druid, no Warlock PvP.
This is so funny.
This is cute. This is cute, man. He's got a little kitty cat fighting a baby with a robe.
I like this one, dude. I really like it.
Really
Feral
good.
Druid. I love the way they spelled Druid too. Feral Druid.
Yeah,
No Warlock.
that's a good one.
It's just like my cat, like this one.
Yeah. This is cute and it's also funny.
All right, next up we have wife wants Netflix and chill, but the homies want to raid. This one, low key. This is the strat right here. Do a little, little Z-Quill. I love how it's Z-Quill.
Oh, dude, that's so good. You can relate to that.
Throw a couple Benadryl tablets in the apple juice.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Your wife comes in, she's like, "Yeah, I feel really tired for some reason. I don't know, honey. I had a hard day. You worked really hard. You should take a nap."
I love how
take it out. Take it
how
out.
the woman too is kind of like on a MacBook too, dude. Kind of like, oh man.
Yeah. Could you guys say, with my last ex, so we lived in North Carolina together. You know, I had my laptop there, and I remember like the weekends where she would go home to her mom's was like, for me, it felt like vacation. I would play WoW all weekend. She would literally come home, right? There would be like pizza boxes like all around me, you know, like bottles of like Gatorade, and like literally just I looked like I didn't move from the spot for like 2-3 days. and then like, and she would call me, be like, "Okay, I'm on my way home," and I would just get up and start cleaning like everywhere, put everything in the laundry, try to make everything look normal. But dude, it's so funny. It's like when you get older, you become that kid again, and your wife like becomes like, you know, almost like a nagging mom. Like, you're like, "What are you doing? Are you doing anything?" "No, I'm just chilling. I swear, I'm not playing WoW. I'm just
Been there, homie.
watching a documentary on pigs. You know, Leaning Tower of Pizza Boxes. Exactly. Yeah, dude.
All right, let's go to the next one. This was a good one. This is probably my favorite one so far. All right, next one. Classic WoW Edgelord starter pack. Undead Rogue. Okay, I like that. Either that or a Night Elf Hunter. Names: Shankzilla, Stabslol, Ninjas, Lucario, Sasuke. Oh god, the Naruto names.
Sasuke.
The Naruto, the weeb names, man. They drive me nuts, dude. Evil
Kills
God.
you, haha.
XX. Yo, okay, I will low-key admit that back in the day during like, during Xbox Live days, I did have I thought it was kind of cool for like 1 millisecond of my life, and I put X's around my name.
Dude,
I'll
you're
fucking
so
admit to it,
basic.
bro.
You are so basic.
I'll admit
Cargos.
to it, man. It was like, oh my god, I actually was an edgelord, dude. I'm guilty as charged.
You're such a basic as George.
My old Halo 2 handle was X Unstable X. Oh god, dude, I cringe thinking back on that, dude.
X unstable X.
Oh my Lanta, dude.
My old name was Special Ed, but I literally spelled special wrong, not on purpose. I spelled special SPEACIALED, and like it.
Yeah,
That's not too
the
bad.
only funny one I ever had was I rolled a priest, like I think it was Cataclysm or sooner, and I was Alliance, and I named them Father Nelson. That was the only thing that I ever did that was kind of like not.
That's not
more,
even bad,
like,
though, dude.
Yeah, because I'm so into like naming conventions, so that would be.
Yeah.
I know some people, I don't know if you guys have any friends like this, that, like my buddy Jim, he used his first AIM handle name, or like MySpace name, or AOL as messenger, like, that was like the first iteration of usernames for our generation. His, like, he was like, you know, 8 or something like that, so he made his, like, Fireball with a PH, and he kept that, like, until he was a grown-ass man, dude. Like, that was just his... That was his
Our faces died.
Faces are died.
You killed us.
whoops. I killed you guys. It's alright.
Whoops.
We're back. Had a
Oh,
warlock
man.
named Kim Wallach. Don't know what that means, bro.
Kim Wallach. Dude, I don't even want to say what my guys' names were. But then
No.
I did make my guy's name a flagged name. That was his name, flag name.
That's edgy.
Yeah, that's pretty edgy, right?
That's
But
edgy.
yeah, I think I seen a rogue the other day. His name was Mickey McStab or something like that. I don't know.
So, starter pack, triple sap, cheap shot, vanish. lol, emote, lol 20, chicken 20, spit 20, sat 3 more times. Yeah, we're gonna get a few more of those come Classic, right? That's gonna be a thing again.
Can someone help me get the trinket from the chest plug?
What's the next one?
People over level 50.
Zog, I see Zog in the chat. This was actually one submitted by Zog. I think this was a homebrew one. Booty Bay transport ship arriving in Ratchet during phase 2. I love it, dude. The Omaha Beach D-Day meme.
My god, dude.
I love
guys, can we get some hype for phase 2? I don't think people realize just how amazing phase 2 is going to be. No battlegrounds, but the PvP system is going to be implemented. I don't think people realize how much of a cluster shit fuck hole that Dire Maul is going to be, dude. Dire Maul is going to come out at the same time the PvP system does. Everyone's going to be going there for gear, and everyone's going to be going there for ranking. It's going to be a fucking war zone, dude, and I cannot wait. So is BRD. The Black Rock Mountain Complex is going to be insane. Oh, dude, I can't wait.
It's going to be nuts, dude.
I can't wait.
It's going to be nuts. Next one up. You are no longer rested. I like this one, too. Simple and funny, man.
Oh yeah. This is good. This is good. You are no longer rested.
It's the face you make when you run out of that rested XP.
Especially as like a warrior, man.
Yeah. All right, we got a couple more here. This is another homebrew by Mamrick. When you just made a character, but world defense is popping off and PvP is life, man. It's a undead warlock. Undead running all the way to Stormwind is a
nice
level character.
I gotta say, it's one thing I miss about my rogue is like hanging out in the opposite faction city all day and just messing with people. It's so much fun. Much fun.
Yep. And we got one more here. So last one here we got is this one. Did you do it? Did you win on DPS? Yes. What did it cost? Everything. I love his serious face, man. He's broke. As you guys know, man, it costs a lot to raid in Classic, so it was pretty good.
Yeah. Thanos memes. I think let's see, which one is my favorite? You gonna put the straw poll in?
Yeah, we could do that. There's so many. There's actually quite a few this week.
We should go through them again real quick, though, so everyone can see them again.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see if there's a favorite in chat. Maybe we can just vote in chat. There's not too many people in the house right now. So we got the WoW Vanilla Starter Pack. We got this T-shirt on the line, by the way, guys. So vote carefully, man. Whoever wins is gonna win this awesome T-shirt. WoW Vanilla Starter Pack. The classic STV contested territory meme.
Mm-hmm.
When you're out of mana and the tank pulls another group. The oh shit moment. I give points for having a gif here. The oh shit moment when you get ganked to start popping all your cooldowns. Wife material. Feral Druid no more like PvP. Wife wants to Netflix and chill. Classic WoW Edgelord. Booty Bay transport ship arriving in Ratchet during phase 2. You are no longer rested. The world defense. When world defense is popping off and PvP is life. Or this one right here, which is the DPS one.
I know which one mine is.
Which one?
It's the one with the dude's putting the NyQuil in his wife's wine.
Yeah, I like that one too, but I really like the one with when you pull out and the tank's out of the group because I can relate to that.
I like the third most.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 3 as well because I can relate. I think we're gonna need a straw poll, man. It's a mess of numbers in there.
I think all healers will, or most healers can.
Yeah.
So.
I can drop it in there. Can I drop it in there?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Straw. I was making them yesterday, so. Which meme?
DefCam's putting it together.
So how many are there? 13 or?
13.
I'll just do number 1.
We did skip number 12, I think.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Did you do that on purpose, Cargos, or?
Oh, no, this one, Classic WoW Edgelord one? Oh, no, number 12. Oh, it's alright, yeah, just show the ones that we showed. It's all good.
Okay. So I'll just skip, so go 10, 11, 13?
No.
Oh, no, okay, just do 12.
Just go 1 to 11 and then put 13
and then 13 so people know which one it is.
Yeah.
I gotta vote for that NyQuil one, dude. That one is hilarious to me. Maybe because I'm engaged. I'm an engaged man, but I can relate.
So, in the meantime, you say you like golf, so do you have a favorite?
Favorite player?
Yeah.
Probably Phil Mick.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
I like
guy.
him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Tiger does something cool again.
Tiger.
Or maybe Rory McIlroy. We had a Belgian last year, but he's not in the Masters this year.
Gotta go golfing sometime, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Let's see if you can put it in the chat. You might have to link it to me. I can make you mod, but I have to see you in the chat and I'll click you.
Oh,
it worked.
It's there.
it
Yeah.
did?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
I'm gonna vote for 7. If you
Go
don't
through
vote
them again
7,
so
you're
people
wrong,
can
dude.
see which number's number. If you want to go through them again.
All right, yeah, I'll go through them again. They're gonna win this epic Brandung Media shirt, guys. So we got the WoW Vanilla Starter Pack at number 1, STV number 2. When you're out of mana in the tank pulls another group, number 3. Getting ganked, number 4. Wife Material, number 5. Feral Druid versus No Warlock PvP, number 6. Wife wants to Netflix and chill, but the homies want to raid. Best in slot meme right here. Classic WoW Edgelord. Booty Bay transport ship arriving in Ratchet during phase 2. You are no longer rested. The world defense is popping off in PvP is life 1 at 11.
Def Camper, what mean is your favorite?
What meme?
MEAN mean.
What meme? Which meme is your favorite?
Jesus.
Dude, it's not worse than Mullen Core. We're doing a deep dive into Mullen Core, guys. I literally did my stream, started my stream, and I said, deep dive Mullen Core. Oh, God. I'm drunk with power now that I know how to straw poll. Absolutely, dude.
Alright, let's see where everyone's at here.
We won. What do we
Let's
get?
see results. Okay,
Oh,
we got
number 6?
6 and 7 are tied, man.
Oh, they're tied. Oh, wait, should I link it again so more people can see it?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah, link it again,
Yeah.
Make sure you pick your favorite mean, guys.
Did it go through again? It says when message was not sent because, there we go.
There you go. I linked it like crazy. Oh, man, what a troll. You already voted on this poll. I can't double dip. Someone break the ice. First to 5. Whoever. Let's see. One more vote.
You can't double dip, baby. Not my straw polls.
God, number 3's making a comeback. First to 5. Need one more vote.
I saw it, number 3, baby. Me and Dune Dane better for that.
Mm-hmm. It's number 7.
Alright, number 7 wins.
Alright, number 7.
Alright, let's see who made this one.
Who made it?
When wife wants to Netflix and chill, but the homies want to raid, dude. It is...
Da-da.
It is Ganondorf from the Discord, man. Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. Hell yeah, Ganondorf.
Well
What the hell
played,
you doing?
Ganondorf, dude.
Just
Got a
being,
shirt coming your way soon, man. Thanks again for your submissions, everybody. If you want to participate in next week's, just head over to the Discord. Link in the description below. And just go ahead and put memes in there in the Dank Memes channel. Tag Mamrick. And then you get a shot next week to win a cool prize. So we're going to move on now to the weekly news. So we did get a blue post this week. The week prior, we didn't. So the blue post that we got this week is the classic PvP content plan. Let's start here. We're getting into the more substantial portion of the stream.
Oh yeah, baby.
Who wants to start, man?
I can
I'll
start.
start. Okay, you go. Go ahead, Dune.
So, first of all, I really like the posts, except for one big element. I guess everyone knows what I'm talking about. So,
Dishonorable kills.
no,
Oh.
then it's 2. No, it's the itemization.
Oh right.
Yeah. So yeah, dishonorable kills. I guess it's fine that they don't have them in phase 2, or that they have them again in phase 2. Otherwise, phase 2, which will probably be already very hard for people who are not level 60 yet, will get even harder. So I guess that's fine. But the itemization, I don't know about that. Even though it's only for rank 14 or the higher ranks, that it's still very, very good armor and very good weapons.
Yeah.
So
I just think only a few people are going to get them. And we have to think about how long it's going to take.
I know, but then again, I think it might be so powerful that it really affects the
It's true.
raiding scene a lot.
And imagine,
so,
because a good amount of people will have the rank 10 gear. It's not just the rank 14 gear, right? It's
Mhm.
the rank 10 gear. That's still really good. Imagine having that gear in phase 2. I mean, yeah. Will it? Like, I feel like, of course, the rank 14 gear is much more powerful if you have it in phase 2. But I don't know. For me, I think it's going to be really difficult. Like, in order to rank that high into phase 2, you're going to have to like joining raid groups that are going to be doing PvP like all day. Like, that's going to be your main focus. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Now it's not that. Well, it's not that big of a deal because, like you said, there are only a few people who are the highest ranks. But I thought it was kind of worrying because they stated in previous posts that they will have AV and AB in later patches, or well, they will have AB later and AV and Warsong Gulch won't be at launch because of itemization. Also because of itemization, and now suddenly they say, well, we will drop in the 1.12 items.
Yeah.
So that's kind of contradictory.
Let's summarize the patch real quick. Anybody just like super TLDR, couple sentences.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, Defcam.
Okay, so basically, guys, yeah. So okay, what we got now is the PvP content plan. So in phase 1, right? This is before Dire Maul. This is when we first launched Classic. There will be no PvP system implemented, right? So that means in phase 1, you kill people, you're getting no basic benefit from it, but except for your own pleasure. That means there is no dishonorable kills.
Yeah. So phase 2. So phase 1 is MC Ani, Muradin. Phase 2, Dire Maul, and world bosses, right? A couple world bosses. The Dire Maul, Kazakh. That's when they released the honor system.
Right.
Yeah. And dishonorable kills. So we're coming out at that time, right?
Right. Okay. And then, phase 3 comes out 2 Battleground. Get Alterac Valley, Warsong Gulch. But the main thing about phase 2 is, guys, the actual rank gear will be available from the PvP vendor. So we're not talking about, the gear that you get from each relative reputation, but we're talking about the actual rank gear. So the rank 10 gear, the rank 14 gear, all that, the Marshal's gear, Legionnaires gear, that gear will be available on phase 2. So that means if you're ranking, and telling you right now, ranking is going to be difficult in phase 2. The only way you can do it is through Battlegrounds. You can get that gear though, but obviously there won't be many people who will have it. But the thing that makes this really amazing for me, and why I'm really psyched for this, is because World PvP will be the only way to PvP for a good, I'm thinking at least almost 3 months. Depending on how long phase 1 and phase 2 are. So World PvP is back, baby. It's going to be, and that's what I love this so much, because it really looks like Blizzard is really thinking about the authenticity here and trying to make Classic feel like Classic by making all this World PvP. Dire Maul is going to be huge. A lot of shit going on there. The Black Rock Complex is going to be amazing. But one thing I wanted to ask Dunedain about this, and so I think this is a kind of a telltale sign here, because we still haven't gotten a real answer when it comes to, and I'll ask you guys this as well, when it comes to progressive itemization, right? We do know that they aren't going to release gear that came post 1.10 at launch, so they did give us that information, right? So anything that came in that patch 1.10, all that gear that was added into the dungeons and all that won't be there at launch, but they still didn't necessarily give us an idea on progressive itemization. So will we get the first version of tier 1, all that kind of stuff? But since they're implementing the patch 1.12 versions of the rank gear, do you think that that's their plan on all of the gear, that they're just going to do the last iteration of it? Because I think that might be a telltale sign.
Real quick, we got a donation real quick. 500 biddies from Melatonin. Again, dude, thank you very much for the support, man. Again, apologies for the technical delays, man. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that what Defcam said is why I was a little bit upset when I read this post, because I think they will most likely do the latest version of every piece of armor, and that really buffs them a lot, so that will make the early raids even easier. So yeah, also they didn't really state they will do everything from before 1.10.
Right.
I mean, they said if it was imbalanced for the early raids, they would not put it in from the start, and if it wasn't imbalanced, they would put it in from the start. So
Right.
I don't know what they think is balanced or is not balanced, but the rank 14 gear is not balanced.
No, it's not.
so-
It's not. But it sounded like their argument to that was that it's not that big of a deal because it's not that many people.
I got something to say on that though. So real quick, another 1-bitty donation from Fox, dude. Thank you very much for the 1 bit. But okay,
Yeah,
so you.
wait. One thing. The winner of the contest was Fox. It wasn't the one you said. I just checked it on your Discord. So.
Okay, thank you for that, Big Fox.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right. So what I was gonna say is, okay, so people are. So you guys understand the PvP, the phases, right? So that phase 1, no DHK. So there's going to be some reason to PvP. I think it'd be kind of fun messing around, killing NPCs and stuff like that for the DHKs. Phase 2 is going to roll out. So some of the main concerns I've been hearing from people is that the idea that they're rolling out these weapons, the rank 14 weapons, too early potentially, right? And they could make too much of an impact. But on the same note, these weapons fall out of relevance in Naxxramas, right? Like, and you'll see on these Voldemort private servers that the whole PvP incentive, like the whole PvP meta and everything, it falls way off once you start to get the Nax. Like all the
like
super tryhard pre-mades, they stop going. And that's kind of a bummer with Classic that the pre-mades stop going. So if you introduce them at this phase, right? So it's at phase 2, then you have from phase 2 to phase 6 where these, so basically phase 2 through phase 5 where they're going to be like super relevant, super impactful. So you're saying maybe put them in phase 3, which would be BWL, you bring these out. But my question would be, would that be enough of a length of time for these weapons to be impactful, considering that it's going to take maybe 3-4 months for people to obtain these? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I see your point. And I think that phase 2 won't last for more than 2 or 3 months, so there probably won't even be anyone with the weapon. So I guess your point is pretty good. I didn't think about it like that. So,
yeah, that is a good point, Cargos, because once Nax comes out, like the weapons are like Might of Menethil for any classic uses two-handers is way better than the rank 14 weapon. And a lot of the other gear gets replaced as well. There might be 1 or 2 pieces that you might keep on as rank 14, but for the most part, someone in full Nax gear, because the power creep in Nax does get it jumps up really high because the Nax gear is just insane. And that's a good point, right? Because the main thing is, you want people to be rewarded for what they put in. And Jelly said it in here. He says, if someone manages to get rank 14 weapons from pure world PvP before BWL releases, he or she has definitely deserved them. Absolutely, I agree. I mean,
I don't know if you'll be able to, though. Like, do you think you'll even be able to in that little of a time? Like, it takes, at minimum, even if you're bracket 1, like, you can kind of calculate the minimum amount of time it would take to get these rank 14 weapons. If you were in bracket 1 every single week and you're at the top of the bracket, it still takes multiple months, man. Like, holy shit, dude. 5,000 bits, dude.
5,000 biddies.
Holy crap, man. Santa's Grata, dude, with the 5,000 bits, man. Thank you very much, man. Holy crap.
All I'm saying, is that someone who puts in the effort deserves it more than someone who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, why is account sharing even an issue? All I was saying is anyone who shares their account in order to get rank 14, in my eyes, it's just like using a cheat code or doing something else to get there. Someone else who actually puts the time and effort into it deserves it more in my eyes than someone who didn't. That's all I'm saying.
But, yeah, it's not exactly because there's only 1 or 2 people who will get it that it's a good idea to put the items in there. I still think it's really... They're really, really strong, and if they do it for other items as well, that's not okay. If they do it for dungeon drops or any world drops, that would not be okay. If it's only for this rank PvP gear, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, phase 2 is going to be fucking beautiful. Like, I cannot wait to be able to rank with just doing world PvP. And I'm thinking about it just now, Cargos. Like, thinking about classic, how many world PvP events we can do every week, right? So we'll say, this week, guys, we're going to meet up here, and maybe another guild, an alliance guild, finds out what we're doing. They plan this attack, that kind of thing, and dishonorable kills. We got to make sure that we mark the citizens that are dishonorable kills, and all that kind of shit. But I cannot wait to have these massively organized fucking wars and in the world. Not doing battlegrounds. It's gonna be so much fun, and I cannot wait.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I think Blizzard's kind of put between a rock and a hard place because you can't just partially implement the rank 14 PvP system, right? So, if they rolled it out in Blackwing Lair, so that would mean that the first 5-6 months would have no PvP system.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing something here? There would be no incentive to PvP up until Blackwing Lair. That feels bad.
What about killing the opposing faction? Isn't that a good incentive for you?
Killing the opposing faction for what do you mean? Just out of pure fun?
Just for the hell of it, just because you hate the other faction. I mean, like me, I'm gonna kill as many alliances as I possibly can.
And we're going 6 months though into Classic WoW with no PvP.
Would you rather rush the game? I mean, like that's my issue is this: we might not get fresh servers at someday, right? Like, dude, this may be our only chance to play this game. And if it's 6 months of no, hey, I'll take it. Dude, over rushing it or over,
Are you talking about for phase 1 cargoes, like a phase?
He's saying phase 1. There's no rewards for PvP.
Right. I feel like they can only delay it up to phase 2 because people are going to start getting too upset. If even the fact that they're delaying it till phase 2, I think honestly that is kind of the sweet spot. Because just imagine waiting all the way till Blackwing Lair before you can earn an honor point.
I see what you're saying. So what if it was phase 3? You're saying basically.
Well, I'm saying that people that are upset about this itemization, right? Saying that these weapons are introduced too early. This gear is introduced too early, and they're going to be too strong heading into Blackwing Lair with rank 14 PvP gear. I think first of all, only a few people are going to get that. The grind is super real, and secondly, you're increasing the lifespan, the longevity of how viable this gear is and how cool it is, and thirdly, if you didn't have these weapons in, you would have to do some weird wonky changes type thing where you wouldn't or you would just have to have no PvP system all the way till Blackwing Lair. That's the first time you can earn a single point of honor.
I see what you're saying.
But they can put in the previous version of the gear, and they can update it in let's say phase 4. Or something like that. They could,
but they said they weren't going to do that. That's the only thing.
No,
I see what you're saying.
They are not going to.
They're going to go with the ultimate iteration of the gear because I also think from a player perspective, it feels weird when gear is just changing for no rhyme or reason. You're like, what? Like this just changed in my bag one day?
Yeah, but they stated in the previous update that they will do some gear updates in phase 5, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Phase 5, which is so. Phase 5 is basically the patch 1.10. So patch 1.10 in vanilla, there was a lot of changes. There was not a lot of changes to gear, right? There was new gear implemented, and patch 1.9 as well. There was gear that changed. So there was a lot of gear changing and additions in those 2 patches. So that makes phase 5 that time. So
there were 2 major periods, I think. There was patch 1.4.
1.4 was the first one, right? Yeah.
And then
that was the tier 1 changes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I definitely look forward to phase 1 and phase 2 the most.
Me too. It's going to be great. And that's what I want to say. So do you guys think, all in all, right? I feel like Blizzard is kind of, and especially, the Classic WoW devs. I don't even like to say Blizzard. I just want to say the Classic devs so far have been doing pretty well, I think. When you look at trying to make the vanilla experience authentic. I would have liked to see an earlier version of AV. Big thing for a lot of people that they're not very happy about the AV thing. But for the most part, I think this was a big call because they could have said a lot of people were calling for BGs at launch. They were. A lot of people were like, I want BGs at launch. I want to be able to rank at launch. I want to be able to rank through BGs and do this. And they said, no, it's more important to them to have the authenticity feel. And have it with 2 phases without any battlegrounds, and I think that is a huge win. And I think even it's still possible that if we address the AV issue and keep bringing it up, I think it's possible that there could be a change. I don't think that any of these things are really written in stone. Like when it came to the loot trading thing, we saw them change their decision, right? So I mean, I still think that we need to address these things, talk about them, and just because they gave a blue post about AV being 0.12, I don't think that's the end of the story, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. They could still, pivot. It might even be a good look if they did that too, to just show that they really are listening to feedback.
Yeah.
Then.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't think they will change AV again because they stated in this post that it's a 1.12 version. So it's like saying, well, we will definitely stick with the 1.12 version. It's in the fourth paragraph, I think.
Well, just because it's more stable for them, you're thinking? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's just I saw that they seemed pretty adamant, and if they do end up making a change with sharding, which it's been a big topic of contention. If they do talk about right click reporting, then I would like to see that maybe they would try to look at some other compromises for a lot of things, because for the most part, for a lot of people, the patch 1.12 AV wasn't a big deal, but to a lot of people, it was a huge deal. And I personally like the pre 1.12 patch, the patch that is a little bit more dangerous. There's landmines all over the place. You're giving in all these cool items, and it definitely doesn't have that rush to the end feeling as the other ones do. So I know a lot of people, it's not that big of an issue. And when I try to look at the whole, right, I look at the whole thing right now, and it's looking pretty damn good. It's looking pretty damn good so far.
It is, yeah. I'm on the same page with that.
That's true.
I gotta keep things.
I'm on the same page as well. It's just if I read something like that, I guess I just highlight the things I find alarming in those posts.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, everything is really good. So yeah. I'm thinking it will be a good experience with almost no. Can't find the words, but
consequences.
No, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, how are you feeling about all this, Meldron?
Yeah,
honestly, I think it's great. I think it's good for. I mean, aside from the tier situation, I agree with Dunedain. I think they should have been a little bit progressivized. It's not really a good word, but
more progressive, maybe.
Yeah, but other than that, I think that having a period where you can just kill, man, and kill like quest givers, it's so cool, man.
Yeah,
it's so cool. I know. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really glad because we talked about this. It was either the previous week or the week before that. We literally said they should have a period where there's no DHKs.
Yeah.
It was 2 days before the post came out, I think.
So it was right before the post came out. Yeah, that's so funny. We literally talked about this, and some of us had different opinions, and our main kind of middle ground was, hey, what if they do a starting time where there are no sunnable kills, and then implement them later? Then I think that was a common thought amongst others as well. So because DKs, like, they're a necessary evil in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. There's going to be a phase of Classic WoW where DKs are on the table, with no DKs on the table, though. I gotta say. Dude. So I keep telling people you got to get the 60 before phase 2, because phase 2 is gonna start popping off big time, right? But the thing is, phase 1, even though, dude, like if you're lacking a little bit and you don't get the 60 fast in phase 1, you could end up with Farmer Saldine getting murked every time he spawns. You know, like there will be some. I mean, there are some people that want to troll, right? And they want to go out there and kill the quest givers and stuff like that. That's going to be a thing that we're going to have to deal with, and there's no penalties.
That one night elf dude right next to the Zorm Strand, who's like sitting there, he's
that guy's gonna die
all the time, dude.
Every time he spawns,
he's gonna be dead all the time. Like, seriously, for a lot of those quest givers that are outside, like, don't even think about doing those quests. I doubt that you will even be able to do them, dude. It's gonna be bad for those places, and like. This is what it's all about, though. It's about, joining a friggin' raid group at level 40 with 40 other people at, like, say, level 30-something, and taking over a whole aligned city, and then there being no 60s to muck it up, right? Like, how awesome is that?
Yeah, that too.
I can't wait to join a raid group, with a whole bunch of people in Splinter Chief Post and say, okay, guys, we're going to go raid Ashtanar. And go ahead and raid Ashtanar and kill everyone inside Ashtanar. Like, how fucking awesome will that be, dude?
It's gonna be great.
And being there's no consequences for it, other than your own time that you're investing. Pissing off people, and guess what? That's what it's all about. Like, they're all dead in Azeroth. Well, too bad. Go quest somewhere else, or get a group together and fight back and take over the city. Like, that's what it's about. And to get that actual feel of how vanilla was back then, I feel like this is 100% necessary. This is the right move. I can't wait to have like a Splinter Chief post to Ashenvale raid or something like that, or Tyrant Mill to South Shore raid where we take over the whole city, and they can't quest, and that would be awesome because it would feel like a real war. They have these things now where they in retail where you like take over a zone, whatever it's called. I forget those battle fronts or whatever. Well, this is like the actual real battlefront, right? Where you can actually join a raid of people that are your level, go and raid South Shore, kill everyone there, and now literally all of Hillsbrad Foothills is Horde because their city has been demolished. Like,
I love that.
For however long you can hold it. How cool is that?
That's
and there's no 60s to come and fuck it up because and the thing is too, like you said, Cargos, try to get to phase, because most people by the launch of phase 2, I still 100% believe that the majority of people will still not be 60.
I agree.
The majority of people will probably be still in like SCV. And imagine, right, that the majority of people are still leveling around the STV area, and then phase 2 hits, and now there's honor. STV is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, dude,
it's going to be a nightmare.
Blood will be spilled. Dude. The blood will run down the rivers, man.
Yes, we are rolling on the same server, guys. We're all playing, well, except for Dunedain.
I will be chilling in STV on my Paladin. Ready to bubble hard.
Ready to bubble?
You gotta play your class fantasy, right?
We might do fun events, dude. Should we try? We can do fun stuff. Imagine if we're rolling so deep that we're in a zone and we actually have like the no alliance in a zone challenge, and like you just literally genocide and cleanse STV of all alliance, and you just have people like patrolling along certain areas, and then just no alliance step foot. As soon as they get their step foot in, boom, aim shot right to the dome, eliminated.
Take a screenshot of every person you kill, right? And whoever brings in the most screenshots like wins something. Like you win something if you kill a certain amount of players or something like that. I think that would be so funny.
Yeah, well, the whole idea of bounties, you ever heard of that? Where, like, you put a bounty up on someone's head and they take a screenshot over their corpse? I love that.
Yep, I love that too, dude.
We're doing that, man. That's honestly the best reason to play a rogue, dude, because you can do that. You literally go claim bounties, and then you just,
It's so cool, dude. Like, rogues are so much fun. Dude, I feel like the people playing rogues in the Phase 1 and Phase 2 are going to have so much fucking fun.
Well, dude, no trinkets, though. Like, no trinkets.
Yeah, no trinket, but, dude, imagine that. No trinket, right? So that makes Will of Forsaken so strong.
So much stronger, bro.
So strong for fears, and that makes gnomes strong as well. I mean, think about how many roots and shit. But dude, polymorph is going to be so strong. Mages being able to poly people, and there's no trinket out of it. So all you have to worry about is, fear. Forsaken is going to be great in Phase 1 and Phase 2 because, dude, like warlocks just will fear you nonstop. They'll fear you over and over. It's just ridiculous. But I cannot wait to have that fucking feeling of being that person. Rogues will have an upper hand in a lot of cases for certain things, but that's the thing. Each class has its own benefit, right?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
All right, so let's transition into some of these forum posts now, because some of this stuff ties into what we're talking about. So we have some, every week we're going to try and make an effort of this. I think it provides good content, and it's real opinions from the community. People like really feel certain ways, and these are some of the trending kind of hottest posts on the forums from this past week. So the one that most directly pertains to what we're talking about right now is this one. It's made by a level 103 undead rogue with 5,000 achievement points named Vesica. Phase 2 isn't going to be the world PvP paradise that vanilla was. Disclaimer, I love PvP, world PvP, and receiving all of the ganking that comes with it. For me, the only way to play Classic WoW is on a PvP server. The meta has changed from the days of vanilla. The days of Hillsbrad and STV battles for fun are long gone, though some of that stuff still may be around. Efficiency is the aim of the game now, and most efficient way to farm honor without BGs, as shown by players on other servers, is to camp Flight Masters in level 48 plus zones and kill every player who comes in the zone until you stop getting honor from them non-stop. Then you move to the next zone and do the same thing again and again. Phase 2 will be great fun if you're 60, but if you're in the late 40s, 50s, between Phase 2 and Phase 3, leveling on a private server will be hell. I know not everyone who plays Classic will be like those who play on other servers, but regardless, Phase 2 isn't going to be as wonderful as many here seem to think it's going to be. It may not be 24/7, but expect the 48 to 60 zones to be hellish at prime time. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing we said, 48 to 60 zones, they are going to be hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going to be, honestly, in my opinion, some of the best places. Like, if I hit level 60 before Phase 2, and I 100% plan to, I definitely will. Those are going to be really good places to get honor as well, because there's the amount of people that are going to be there, dude. It's going to be insane. You can literally probably get in a group of 5, kill people that are like 5 levels lower than you, and just destroy them and get so much honor.
I agree.
And it's going to be hard for those people that aren't level 60, but yeah, it's going to be great for us.
So yeah, I'll chime in. I mean, I don't know for sure because I've never been some world PvP god who have really tried to min-max the efficiency of it. There is a potential possibility where stuff like South Sword versus Hillsbrad, even though as historic as it is, may not be the most viable, or it could be. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess some of the main reasons people were fighting there is that the graveyards are really close to each other, right? That's one main reason why it was so good. I still think that is going to be viable, right? I'm not sure if this guy's correct in saying that staying at the Flight Masters will be the most viable. I'm not exactly sure, but even him saying that this is going to be hell during Phase 2. That's part of the server narrative. Every server is going to be able to look back on that time as the Dark Ages. And, like, if you are leveling in that time, it's not the end of the world, man. You're still not going to be level on, like, Northdale, dude. Like, Northdale had, or whatever, Voldemort, whatever. Like, that is, like, 10K people on it, Like, we're going to be on a server, like, 4K people, dude. Like, just go to another zone, dude. Just literally go to another zone. There's ways to get that XP. You can just be a little bit creative, think a little bit outside the box. You'll be able to find an area. Not the end of the world. Go to an instance if you have to, bro. Like, it's not even that bad. Like,
great point, dude, and that is all the reason why we need to have, 3 to 5K or 2.5 to 5K, whatever, that perfect Goldilocks zone of server size. Because if it was a 14, like, and people are used to those 14K that I got to on Northdale while leveling, if it was that and the Phase 2 would hit, it would be ridiculous, of course. But as long as server sizes are relative to what they were in vanilla, then it won't be that bad.
Won't be bad.
Correct.
Won't be bad. Yep.
It really won't be that bad.
Won't be bad.
So let's say that it's not the most efficient to farm honor kills in Hillspread or STV. Even then, I think there will still be huge battles in Hillspread just because of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And also because of the graveyards being close to each other. But people want to do those big Hillspread battles, so people will do them, even if it's not the most efficient thing.
Also because it's going to be the level relevant PvP too. So, like, people that are only in the 40s or something, they can't PvP at all the spots they want to. Like, they're in STV questing or whatever, and you're going to have these conflicts and they're going to snowball and stuff. So, like, yeah, I think all these zones will still have lots of PvP combat.
Oh, absolutely.
What is it about these forum posts, though, man? Like, I always feel like half the people, I'm not bashing people who do, like, I've put some forum posts up there every once in a while, but I always feel like most of the time, like, almost 90% of the time, people talk about something they have no idea about. It just sounds like they're just trying to either start some shit or they have some half-baked idea about something and they want to try to prove their point. But for the most part, man, like, just fucking, like, either if you don't want to play it, if you think it's going to be, then don't play it. Like, if maybe it's not the game for you. The thing is, man, like, Classic WoW is not for the type of player who thinks that you're going to roll in there, everything's going to be, flowers and peachy fuzzy and nice and this. It's going to be hard. It's going to be time commitment. It's going to be a lot of cursing people out and being, mad and getting salty over someone stealing your nodes. But that is what makes people band together and people come together to really
just think about this title, dude. Phase 2 isn't going to be the world PvP paradise that vanilla was. Was vanilla a world PvP paradise? I don't know. Like, this ties into my other point, like, that I've been saying for weeks now. I think knowing what we know about the game right now is going to have certain pros and cons. Yes, some of the majesty might be taken away, some of the immersion might be taken away, but still not even really. Like, even knowing what we know, I can still log into a character and suspend reality and have an awesome time. But even still, I think that knowing what we know now could make this this round of Classic WoW even better than vanilla was. Now that there's more transparency towards the zones, people know what they're doing. There's a chance that it could be a more robust and vibrant world PvP environment than it was back in vanilla.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think DevCamp's point is really important. I think if people, World of Warcraft Classic, and this may work to its detriment, but I think it's not a game for casual play. I mean, yes, you can be a casual player as far as raids are concerned or endgame PvP, but it's not a great game if you want to log in for 15 minutes and have a good time. It's not going to work. It's just not going to happen. You have to work at stuff in this game. Even if you're just leveling alts, it's a time commitment, man. Like, I don't know. I feel the retail crowd's not going to like it, man. I really think they're gonna enjoy it for a while, and then I think they're going to realize it's just kind of.
Well, let's be fair. Some of the retail crowd, because there are people who.
I'm talking about the majority. I'm talking about the majority here. I'm not talking about all of them.
Right. Because I know there are going to be people who like what WoW is at its core, what vanilla WoW is. See, the issue that what I was thinking about this yesterday during my stream, and I was talking about sharding, right? And I understand to an extent why Blizzard thinks that sharding is necessary, because I think they're afraid that people who have never played vanilla before, people who have never played classic, they're going to log in for the first time, they're going to see a circle of people standing around a mob waiting for it to spawn, be like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. And so they want to make their first experience, they want to ease them into it, right?
Yeah.
So I understand their logic behind that, even though I don't think it's necessary. But I understand their logic behind that. So
we're going to be talking about that more later too. Yeah, keep going.
Okay, good. So their idea is, right, they want to probably get people slowly into this, have them experience it. But the thing is, man, once you first log into vanilla WoW for the first time, and you're going to make mistakes, you're going to fuck up, you're going to do things that you didn't realize you could do. Your first initial reaction to the game might be, wow, this is fucking ridiculous, this is crazy, but you have to keep on going. If you give up in the first level or so, or the first couple levels, you're not experiencing classic WoW. You're experiencing a small part of it. You have to get to the point where you're playing with other people. You're joining in the social experience. You have to put yourself out there. If you play classic WoW like you play retail, you're going to hate it. You can't play classic WoW like you would play retail, trying to do things on your own, trying to just kill a mob and not join up with other people, because right there you're missing out on what makes the game special. Am I right? I mean,
yeah, you're absolutely right, dude. 100%.
I think there's a certain amount of people, though, that want to play the main version of the game. They want to play whatever that is. But I think that Classic WoW could be the main version of the game. I think that there's a line of play here where Classic WoW blows up and becomes bigger than BFA and becomes like the main default de facto version of the game. Do you think that's possible? First of all, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that.
It's going to happen.
But do you think an old game could yet again become the default game? That when people say World of Warcraft, they don't snap to BFA, they snap to Classic WoW. Do you think that's possible?
I absolutely think so. Yes,
I sure hope so.
Yeah,
especially with how BFA has been so far. I mean, come on.
But I want to say a few things. So first of all, forum posts are most of the time really black or white. So I think that's the nature of forum posts, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the people who post it are not going to enjoy World of Warcraft Classic. So that's the first thing. And I think retail players will enjoy it, most of them. So I kind of disagree with what Maldron said there. I think they will need to try, or they will try it out, and most of them will actually enjoy it. And also only those who really are against it already because of the ongoing war between retail players and classic WoW players. Only those who don't want to accept that it's actually a fun game, they will probably stay at retail, something like that. But I think everyone will always find something to complain about on the forums, and that's actually a good thing, because it means they are interested in what the game brings and they want to change things so it gets even better. And I think that's rather good than a bad thing. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
That's a good point. Dude,
I just disagree that most people are gonna. I disagree that most retail players are gonna enjoy it. That's my only disagreement.
Yeah, it's hard to make.
People say it's two different products for two different demographics.
Yeah,
I really don't know
that's
how I
true.
feel about this though. I don't know how I feel about that for real. Like,
I think that's true.
To an extent, it's true because look at it like this way, Cargo's like, you know, Classic rewards you for time commitment, for working with other people, when retail has basically taken all of that out of the equation, right? Retail, there's no need for joining with other people. I mean, and if you do, you press one button, you don't interact with them. Everything is basically soloable. Classes are, to the point where they don't feel unique. I think what happens to a lot of people, and it even happened to not me to an extent, but after I played retail for a long time and came back to private servers, the classic feel starts to rub off on you, and I feel like it takes time though. That's why a lot of people might have an initial weird reaction to classic, especially if you've been playing retail for a long time. The shock of being put into that classic feeling again is pretty powerful, right? Because things are so different. But I feel like
you played before in that era.
True. But this is my theory. My theory is that if you give yourself enough amount of time, then classic will start to rub off on you. The things like the etiquette guide that you made. But the thing is, we need people in the community, and this is our part, guys. We need to not, if we find out someone's new and they came from retail, we need to not just shun them right away. Be like, oh, you fucking retail pleb, you're a noob, you don't know anything about classic. If we are like that, then in order for classic to succeed, I 100% believe that we need a good mix of new players and seasoned players, because that's just how the game will be. Because I mean, the thing is, do you want to just play with the people? Like, no, we need new people to bring life into Classic WoW. It's true. I mean, who else are you going to destroy on the battlegrounds, right? Like, who else are you going to have fun farming all day? I mean, part of that is true, but if we at least welcome them a little bit and give them that, true vanilla feeling of helping people, sharing information, telling them where the fuck Mankirk's wife is, instead of just trolling them. People are going to be new, and even people that have played Classic before and haven't played in such a long time, they're going to be coming back. They're going to be asking questions as well.
So if we have anything to do with it, I have no doubts. Classic WoW is going to be the default World of Warcraft. It's going to be amazing. It's going to blow up, and we're going to be bigger than every game in the world combined. But that's my hope. That's what I'm just
maybe not the last, but
yeah, maybe not the last.
The fact that it's on the shared subscription is enough to make it succeed.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't really think it's good to have a mix of veteran players and new players, but I don't think that's really necessary. I think people who subscribe now, they will try it. They might not like it at first. They will try it again, and at a certain point, they will start to like it. I think
this is a good segue right now. So this is a video I was talking about just before the stream. You missed it, Melderon. But it's by a content creator that I really look up to. I think she does a really good job. Very nice person. She helped me with setting up my mic. I was watching some of her videos there on how to set up, using a pop filter, all this type of stuff. I think she does a really good job. Nice person. Been around in the content game for a while. Has stripes on all of us. She could sun all of us combined. So don't get me wrong. I don't think, down upon this person at all. But she's a retail content creator, and that's where I started my channel too, making PvP content for Legion, right? And she went into, her name is Hazel Nutty Games, and she went into the demo not with low expectations for Classic. So her whole point of view going into this was like, all right, I'll give this Classic WoW thing a shot. You know what I mean? This is not for me. So I just want to play like 2-3 minutes of the video, because I do think it's important. We're in our little bubble. We all drink the Kool-Aid every week, and we tune into Good Morning Azeroth, and we're like, yay, classic hype. And it's hard for us to get that perspective from potentially the masses. And how do we take this perspective into account and as Melderon said, be good WoW ambassadors to improve this gaming experience and make them stick and make them really fall in love with the game like we did. So I'm gonna play a few minutes of this video. This video is called "My First and Probably Last Time No, it is called First and Last Time Playing WoW Classic. What a title, man. What a title.
I'm guessing she played the demo. Can I just
Play the
interrupt
demo.
real quick?
Yep, play the demo.
Which is a bad.
Which is a bad.
Well, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's see what she
play
has to say.
All right, so let me just mute this. Okay, there you go. Let's see if you guys can hear this on stream.
I'm Hazel, and today I'm going to be checking out the World of Warcraft Classic demo, and Indian Classic in general, for the first and probably the last time. So for some background, I got home from BlizzCon a day or two ago. I am
Can't hear it?
I can hear it.
sick,
I can hear it.
and I would have wanted to record something like this, but
Turn your volume up.
Classic demo's only up for... It's over soon. I checked. I forget. Everything's a little blurry. I am pre-confused, so that's probably the theme of this video. I'm just going to shrink down here. I'm going to put on my busted glasses, because I broke those on my trip. And let's see what WoW Classic's all about.
Let's see what WoW Classic is all about.
I never expected to play Classic.
I can hear it now. I'm an
I
idiot.
don't really expect to want to play it.
Okay, I'll stop it right there. So I never really expected to want to play WoW Classic.
Our portraits are gone, by the way.
Oh shoot! Let me put it back. Fuck. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're able to do both of these. Let me find a way here. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, we should be good. All right. So she was saying like she never expected to play WoW Classic. First of all, I never really. See, this is already stuff that I don't take into account. Some people like just feeling like, you know, why would I ever want to play WoW Classic? I don't know.
I'm going to make a quick judgment, though.
Yeah.
It's obvious that... did she ever play it before?
No, she started playing during Wrath.
Okay. All right.
What she will say. So she likes the pet battle. She likes this, and she makes guides on it. Makes really good content. But this is just such a refreshing perspective because we're always in this little bubble. I don't know. Just keep listening.
Right.
For me, and that's okay. I'm glad that it exists for those that want it. That is something else. I'm going to play Alliance, obviously. I am somebody that's just gotten so used to and grateful for all the quality of life improvements we've had over the years that I never really thought this was going to be something I was going to be into. But you never know until you try it. So I'm going to play
I commend her. You heard that, right? Never know until you try it. She was saying like all the quality of life improvements in regular WoW, she's very appreciative of, right? Like that this doesn't seem like it would be something for her because you're stripping all those quality of life things out. So I could see that perspective. I mean, what do you guys think about people who have never played vanilla and have never had that initial experience? It makes sense what you're saying on paper.
I mean,
It makes sense, but that's why I said I think they will try it, they'll quit, they will try it again, and at a certain time they will probably like it.
See, yeah, and my main thing here is to Cargo's like, is playing the Classic WoW demo really a good segue into what Classic really is? I don't think so at all. I think, it was sharded. It was, people for the most part weren't, were there cool, like, versions of people leveling together and doing, PvP things. Yeah, like that happened. But for the most person, you just went, you logged on the demo, you did your quests.
Oh shoot, I might have lost you for a second.
I don't feel like the demo was a very good introduction to Classic. Yeah, even though there was things like, okay, they even had auto loot, right? Auto loot was in the demo, so how bad was the quality of life things?
It'll likely be in Classic too.
Right.
But
so how bad was the I don't even think there were too many.
Well, I think we need to watch
things. I
need to watch more of it. I don't.
Okay.
I can't make it.
So far, like not wanting to play it and going in and giving it a shot, even though she doesn't think it's for her, I think that's commendable right there. Let's just watch it.
That is commendable. Absolutely.
My first WoW experiences were back in Wrath of the Lich King, so that was still 100% ammo. That was still when they had mana. But man, this is going to be something else. I can't be a gnome hunter. Gnomes only had 4 classes? 4? What is this? Who has the most? 6? Wait, how many were there? Wait a minute. You can't even be a shaman, can you?
This is a weird perspective. I'll pause it again real quick. Like, I think some people that are used to having all those classes, they may go into with the mentality like, what is this game? You can't even be this. You can't even be that. You know what I mean? That's something I never even thought of,
But it makes you think about the lore more, and it makes you.
Yeah, I'm making. Unfortunately, the more she talks, the more I just.
Doesn't make
I
sense.
don't know, man. I don't think she's gonna. She's
two
not
different
gonna,
perspectives. That's why.
Oh my goodness, not that I wanted to be, but like, oh my, okay. So I guess I can't be a gnome hunter. So if I want to be a hunter, I gotta be a night elf or a dwarf or no, not a human. That was later. Look at her face. Okay.
Ooh, man, okay, I got a little bit. Okay. So she said look at her face. Like, the old models look better. I'm sorry. They just look better. The old models
So
look
much
better,
better.
dude. Like, they look goofy. They look goofy in BFA. Like, they really do,
They
man.
look so
I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm really sorry, but they
Karn
look...
looks horrible. Gnome looks horrible, which you pointed out looks like Benjamin Button disease.
Yes.
Humans look ridiculous. They all look like they're like have like lost puppies. And you know, and Carlos, what it might come down to, and I think what Maldoron's saying is, this person may be one of those people, and this is completely fine. That Classic is just not the game for them.
Right, and that's okay. So that maybe that does speak to the whole idea of two different demographics, even though we all love Warcraft.
Retail has done too much damage to. No, I'm kidding, but kind of in a way, you know.
Yeah.
So, what you say about two different demographics, I said I agree with it, and after thinking about it, I still do. But I think it's not entirely left and right, but there's a huge overlap. And maybe like 10% will only like vanilla WoW, and 10% will only like retail WoW. But I think the overall majority might be in the overlap, and I think those people, they will need some time, some of them, but I think they will come to Classic eventually.
What do you think is going to be the thing that does it, that changes their mind potentially once they hop in the game? We can talk about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so let's say they have a similar user experience. I can see it now. In mass, millions of people logging onto this game and potentially having a similar user experience. They're used to the amenities and they're like, what? You can't even be this class as this race? Like, what is this game? You know, like,
what will change their mind is how invested you are in your character after playing it for a while.
Mm-hmm. That and the social experience.
Yeah.
I think social experience.
The first time she does a 40-man raid, or the first time she gets invited to a 40-man PvP.
They may not get there though, Def Camp, man. I feel like you
I
fall in love with it much earlier. I'm wondering what that point is, man.
So my point was, for me, when I first started playing, when I logged on to my Night Elf Rogue for the first time, was how big the world felt.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so small, this little piece in this little world, when I started to realize that everyone else around me were other people in the game. That's why I'm so against sharding, even though it could be, like, I think the way Blizzard sees it is detrimental. I think people need to be reminded as soon as they log on to Classic that they're in a fucking MMORPG and not a fucking... I'm sorry, I got a little crazy there, but they need to be reminded as soon as they log on to Classic that they're not in some kind of pansy game that has to pander to everyone because, oh, there's too many people in the zone, we need to shard. That's why I'm so against sharding in the beginning, because I think people need to log on and be reminded that this is an MMORPG, you're playing with other people, and you should be talking to those people and doing quests with them. That is why I'm so against sharding in the beginning. But
I could be with you, Death Camp, but what I'm saying, man, is I do want the game to be successful. I want people to fall in love with the game. Like, so what is the most important thing? Is it that people fall in love with this game? I feel like that's kind of a important thing. Like, we want people
There are so many little things together. It's not easy to put it into a few sentences.
I think,
for example...
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, I think a big part of it is, like, you would want other people to get this taste of this game and fall madly in love with it, kind of like what we did. And I'm thinking to myself, if a user is in her, position, and there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in a similar position that are coming from BFA and later versions of the game, they just never played retail, they're not old enough to have lived long enough to be back playing during vanilla, and they're going through it, and if they pop into this world at level 1 and it's like there's like 900 people around them and they can't even tag a boar, they might last 10 minutes before they tap out.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I understand
this game isn't for them.
Yeah, but I also think that that's why we need to realize that server size is something that needs to be talked about.
I don't want to compromise the core values of the game because it's going to piss Johnny whatever off,
Like, and Johnny can come back a few months later.
That's true. That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't want to compromise this game. I don't want to. I don't want to
pander to people because that's what happened to WoW.
Yeah, and this is going to sound really harsh, but I don't want to give the retail community an inch.
You don't want to give
not an inch.
I just think with the sharded early zones, man, I think we can potentially get someone who's in her position going into this game with low expectations for Classic to go in there, get a taste of the pacing of World of Warcraft Classic, get up to maybe level 6 or 8, and that may be all it takes to get that spark going for them to be like, dude, I kind of like this game, dude. This game's kind of sweet.
I think that's exactly what Blizzard's idea is as well. But and people will probably disagree with me here. At what point do you because like at what point do you stop sharding? So you tell me when sharding ends, then there's going to be this huge clusterfuck. Everyone just comes in. It's going to be this. Okay, sharding's over at level 7. Then as soon as you get level 7, there's going to be this mass influx of people at level 7. So you're going to have the issue there.
But they may have already fallen in love and got a little taste of the pacing, is what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
So if they do it only in the starting zones, only for the first week or two, because a part of the majesty that is WoW, classic WoW, is like how the zones felt. So you don't, when you're a noob starting out in the game, you don't know how many people are around you, right? But if it is flooded with people all around you, all I'm saying is that changes the environment a lot. Like you kind of almost don't respect the zone as much, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel as massive. There's a lot of, I don't know, things to unpack here. And if we really truly are the 5% and 95% of people are coming into classic WoW who have like just haven't played the game forever, they have fond memories, but they haven't, been in the game for a while, you might lose a lot more people if you have it be a clusterfuck like a private.
But do you think you will lose them really? I mean, if they play retail, they have the subscription paid, so they can come back at any time.
It's true. Yeah, that is another point. But I mean, it's almost like first impressions. How important are first impressions, right? They are pretty important in life. If you meet someone and, they screw you over or something, and the first time you meet them, you're going to be like way more hesitant to give it a shot again.
I mean, first impressions are important, but again, it's like, would you change who you are to impress someone?
But is who we are the starting zone for 2 weeks in Northshire Abbey? Is that who we are?
Yeah, that's all of Classic WoW is who we are. Like, all of the game. I would never go up to someone and be like, I like this, or I don't want to impress it. Either you like me or you don't, right? Mm-hmm. There's no getting around it. I'm not going to show you any differently than someone else. If I'm trying to date a girl, I'm not going to tell her I like what she likes, because then at the end of the day, 10 years from now, she's going to find out who you really are. 5 years from now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't see the point of trying to like roll out a red carpet for people who really don't like the game anyway.
You're right. I think if someone doesn't like someone doesn't like Classic for the core reasons of what Classic is, they can't be made to like it.
Mm.
I mean,
they may not give it a shot unless you give them
a
little bit.
Will sharding really make it like that much better? Like for a lot of these people,
I think
they're still gonna have to. I mean, look at it like this. Like Cargo's like, when the first time you played on a private server that launched right away, the dynamic respawn thing was a bitch, right? Mm-hmm. I remember people standing in one zone in a circle waiting for mobs to spawn, and then all of a sudden they would spawn, like 100 of them would spawn, it would kill you over and over again because like Agamemnon Crypts would be full of like 500 ghosts. But did I let that stop me? No, because I love Classic WoW, and I knew that would eventually end because this is the game that I love, and I might have to get through a little bit of bullshit to get rewarded, because that's what Classic WoW is, and a lot of times you got to get through the bullshit to be rewarded.
To my selfish mind, my ideal thing would be just for the very starting, not even Elwyn Forest, not even fully Durotar, the very starting zone to be sharded, just so people can get their bearings and get that first taste of pacing up to level 6, and then good to go. Like you literally go out in the open world, and maybe it is an explosion of players. I'm not sure, but I feel like you can connect the game and hit home and have it resonate with people just in that little, because the starting zones are a very like intimate like thing for a lot of people when they play Classic WoW. Like you have really fond memories thinking back at your first character in the first starting zone. And at the first starting zone feels super scuffed to you, and like you can't even tag anything, and everything is just dying all around you. I don't know.
Well, if I'm the 1% living in a bubble, how come like most vanilla WoW veterans agree with me?
Wait, is that what someone said there, Sean?
No, see, this is the thing. Like I feel like a lot of people look at it like, oh, it's retail versus classic people, and even there's retail people out there who will literally say that, I don't want to play this game because of the classic mentality and all these people that they're not, friendly people and all this kind of shit. And yeah, there has been a little bit of a negative like impact between classic and retail people. Absolutely agree. But when it comes down to it, dude, like, why should we have to change Classic WoW to be more suitable for other people? It's either the game that you want to play or it's not. And that's fine. If Classic WoW isn't the game for you...
People don't know if it's the game they want to play without a little bit of a taste.
But why give them a false taste?
Right.
But is having the very starting zone like I don't know, man. They're very
I
starting.
think it's okay to have sharding in the very starting zone.
It's gonna
rather
happen.
don't have it, but it's okay.
It's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in a perfect world, I would be 100% against it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, once the sharding thing is over, which is going to end, right? Because it's only going to be in the starting zone. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that enough to keep the retail player base?
I think
in?
what DefCamp's trying to say is if it's not for them, we're just extending their pain.
Oh, so you're saying
Exactly.
that
Do you know what I mean? We're just trying to. What DefCamp's saying is eventually they're going to figure it out. Like I said about that girl's going to figure out who you are at some point, right? You can lie to her all you want the first date. At some point, she's going to figure out who you really are.
okay, but here's the thing though. So
Yeah.
I played on these private servers at launch, dude. Like K3,
Yeah, same.
Zethkur, all these.
Sure.
I love Classic WoW. Do I love Do I love day 0 of a new server? I go through it. It's kind of like something I do go through.
Exactly.
But am I in
exactly.
love with the gameplay of that? Does that define Classic WoW for me? Like those first moments of absolute trauma where people are spamming mouse wheel scroll up macros to tag something and standing exactly on the spawn location of every single Defias bandit in the entire zone. And you have to run out and do exploration leveling with 4 other people.
Yeah.
Isn't
that fun?
In a
I have
sense,
fun doing that,
you do
yeah.
the whole day and you're like, okay, all right. It's true. I hear you. I hear your point. You guys are very consistent with your point. All I'm saying is that we could lose some people, man, that the
I
game
love
might
these
be for, dude. The
idiots
game might be
that-
for some of these people.
I mean, like DefCamp Meltdown are the prime example of people you're going to play Classic. I thought you were all ready for it. You know what's true though is that everyone here, like Meltdown and myself, are the kind of people that would be willing to help someone out if they
100%
have
of the time.
questions, if they need something help with, and what
I'll even give you
happens
gold if it makes it easier for you to understand the game.
Yeah,
I'll
and,
throw you
like,
gold, sure.
That's what we're trying to say is the people that should be helping each other are the players, not Blizzard. Blizzard shouldn't be the ones trying to help
Yes.
the retail community. The people trying to help the retail community is us as the players,
The most
as
beautiful
Classic
thing
WoW
about Classic
veterans.
WoW is it's a self-sustaining system. It shouldn't require any outside hand-holding.
I hear what you're saying too. I do think it's a valid point where you're saying that, like, so you're just giving people a little bit of a false impression, and then they're going to get a little bit further and realize the game's not for them anyway.
And then they're going to quit.
But I do think a portion of them, I don't know what to say, it's just a judgment kind of, gut feeling. A portion would stay if you gave them a little bit of a better, smoother experience.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying cargoes are going to stay a little bit longer, sure. They might stay a little bit longer, but I think at some point they're going to figure it out. And they're going to say, wow, this game is way too intense for me, or I want to go back where I can play my pet battles, or
Or it's
whatever.
just not the game for them, which is fine.
They do.
It's 100%
But like you
fine
said
if
too,
it's not the
DevCamp,
game.
going into the demo is honestly not a good first taste of Classic.
It's
Going
not.
into the demo.
It's not.
At level
And that's
10,
why-
bro, that's so strange to me. Like,
Exactly.
that's
And
not...
that's why this person, Hazel, I would love, and I'm sure she's
we should finish the video, honestly.
Yeah, and I want to watch it, but I would love to see, and I'm sure she's exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong if you're a retail player, but I would love to see her reaction to like starting a new character, like
yeah.
creating it from the beginning, because it's so personal when you make your own character from the beginning, level them 1 to 10. I would like to see what her experience will be then, not playing on the demo, but playing on a fresh Classic server.
Let me actually ask you one thing before I start the video, though. Do you think it would have made for a better demo experience if there was no sharding? Part of me thinks it might have been a better demo experience. Maybe not, though. Think about if the Barrens was, like, crazy, dude. Like, it felt like an absolute ghost town during the demo, right? You saw, like, 3 people unless you were in a party. What if there was, like, 100 people around you? Would that have made the demo better?
Wait, say that again?
It's basically saying, like, what if the demo didn't have sharding, and there was like lots of people doing quests around you? Would that make the experience better?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, I would have just been happy that many people were being logged. It gives you a false idea of how many people are actually logged in. I actually was like, man, there's not a lot of people.
Yeah,
in
no
this.
one's even playing this thing, right? It kind of felt like that. It was a ghost town. No one's talking.
Yeah.
I actually think it would have been more hype for the demo if people logged in and there was massive amounts of people around them. You're like, damn, dude, this is some like trendy, awesome game. Everybody's playing this. Like,
right.
So maybe,
and I understand, that maybe on sharding they had to do it for the demo because how many servers that they have available. They need to make sure that everyone can play on that server. But for launch, like, imagine you're doing a bunch of quests with someone, then you go into this zone, and then you're by yourself. Like, it's just not for me, for someone who played vanilla, played on even on private servers, like that feeling of seeing other people in the zone it makes you feel like there's other people. It feels good knowing that there's other people doing shit around you. Like it just feels good seeing other people questing and shit. I love that.
All right, let me keep playing it for another minute or two. We'll see.
I should be something that I know how to be. I can't be a gnome priest either. So I heard that I can't even be a shadow priest because you can't even spec into shadow until levels that we can't get to yet. So is that even a thing? I just gotta. I'm gonna be a female night elf hunter because that sounds like me.
Female night elf hunter, the meme, dude, the edgelord.
What?
Oh,
I'll
my
hunt with
least
that,
favorite
why
class.
not? And then, yeah, that'll do. All right. Can I be Hazel with no extra vowels? That's the real question. Is it gonna let me do that? Oh my goodness.
Uncharted gameplay incoming.
On this demo server. I mean, that's something. I don't know what the add-on situation is. I didn't look into it. I'm just assuming that we don't get any. I may or may not need to set up some keybinds real quick. We're gonna figure it out as we go. All right, that's as good a spot as any. Okay, so what do we got? We have attack.
Dude, she's gonna hate.
This is how you log into the demo on the Alliance. I kind of forgot. It's been a few months. You log in right here at this Westfall Keep with a quest ready to complete.
I didn't play Alliance in the demo.
All right, that's bizarre. Anyway.
Auto shot, all good. All
Pets,
good buttons
okay.
to have. These are just keybound on 1 through 5. Should I play on an actual keyboard for the true old school experience? I have a boar? Why do I have a boar? Why am I in Westfall? I think this is a demo thing. I don't think that's like a normal classic thing.
See, that's another thing. We were super up to date with all the demo news, and we knew like precisely it's going to be Westfall, it's going to be Barrens. Some people are going to be totally lost in the sauce about Classic. They're going to be like, "What am I in for? I have literally no clue. I've never been a part of any private server. I don't even know what a private server is."
Dude, imagine if she started at level 1. She would have literally stopped playing immediately.
You think so?
You
The
think
fact
so?
that she got a pet, you start with a pet, dude. Imagine if she started without a pet.
That's true. You start with a pet on retail too, right? Nowadays.
Of
Yeah,
course,
on
you
retail,
start
yeah,
with
but
like
it's literally
you like carpet bomb people in retail.
Yeah.
you can get a motorcycle at level 1 if you have the little thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All right, level 1, let's go,
Yeah.
boys. Up on the Harley. Let's go, guys. Let's roll around. The funny thing about when I tried Project 60,
Oh my god. dude.
the pet you get at level 1 is worse than it's worse than like a bot. You can't control it. There's no attack, there's no recall. There's literally no way to engage with that pet. It like just kind of defensively reacts and doesn't even tank for you. You're just tanking people, shooting them with Cobra shot in the face. It was very bizarre. But again, what if this is the opposite, dude? What if a BFA person watched me play BFA right now and they're like cringing like crazy? You know what I mean? It's just I don't know.
True.
Let's see.
We got aspect of the hot and good. Wing clip, I remember that.
Another thing though, real quick though. So have you guys ever tried hopping in and playing someone else's character that you didn't create from level 1? It feels weird. The binds are off. You're not as attached to it. It's like, what am I playing? That I think honestly, maybe Melderon, if she made a character at level 1 and there is nothing on the key binds and you're level 1, this is the fresh journey. It might resonate more because that way you're at least starting the journey with your character.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, so I moved some buttons around, and I think I vaguely remember Hunter's Mark and Serpent Sting and Arcane Shot. I also haven't played Hunter in a few expansions, so maybe I'll be like, wow, these things are still here, and they're like actually here in the live game. The talent trees are a trip. I remember this, but it has been a while, so you can just spec wherever you want. There's probably a right answer. I don't know where it is. I have 6 points to spend. Aspect of the Hawk, that's active, so my ranged attacks could have a 1% chance of giving me a sick buff. 30%? Dang, I need that. That sounds exciting. Should I even read the rest of them? Is that even worth it? Health of my pets by 3%. I don't know if Boar here is cute enough to live. Concussive shot could stun things. My shots could get cheaper on mana.
So far, not the worst talent choices. Get a couple in there.
I know, but I love not knowing what you're doing and just putting talents and seeing if that's one of the
could increase the duration of Eyes of the Beast by 30. Eyes of the
great
Beast.
things that I love about
like my pet mind vision.
Making a new character.
Take direct control of your pet. Oh man, so I could spend a combat talent point to do this.
Yeah,
for
I mean, honestly, the rest of it is kind of just gameplay and watching someone who's never played vanilla.
Well, I want to see her like reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, when do we get to see that?
It's coming up. She'll start killing stuff in a second here.
Look at this guy. Kind of looks like a dog from this angle. You know, just like a really toothy dog. Oh, those are your people. I found your. I mean, I don't want to assume, but I hope. I almost don't want to leave. I mean, I have to. I didn't take that extra point. We're already halfway over. I could have given you more time with your family, but we're not gonna make it that long. You should probably go home. Could scare beast. I think we still have that. Do we still have that? I don't know. I should play an actual hunter. So one of the reasons why I was excited to pick hunter was just because I miss The one thing that I actually miss, and I'm gonna see if I can start questing here. What do you want?
No instant
I like
quest
the writing
text.
sound that's happening.
Yeah, I think she forgot to turn it on.
As he's telling me these things.
But I
It's
mean,
like
yeah,
he
that's-
doesn't want to
it's all
say it
good.
to me. He's just writing it down, and I can
She
hear
never
him just, like,
accepts the quest.
furiously scribbling with his pencil. Okay.
For real?
8 null points.
Yeah.
So, did people just like play WoW with like
Oh
an
my
actual
God.
pen and paper on,
Legend,
on their
dude.
desk?
Oh, this
And
is
they're like,
legit. This
okay,
is legit.
I
This is
need
legit.
15 to 5 trap.
I just want to see her
Where
kill
they are?
something,
Nope.
man.
I need to kill some gnolls. Do I know where they are?
Let's-
Nope. And they're
stuck
just
in a
like
friggin'
flying
ad,
out
'cause I had a
maps.
reason.
I mean, I have a map. I guess I should just go explore.
But in retail, you still have to accept the
with my
quest. I mean,
trusty
it doesn't
ass.
just
So
do
I
it for you,
noticed-
right?
In a weird way, I'm kind of jelly of her though, dude. Like she's in Westfall for the first time, basically in a long time. Like, think about how massive and cool this zone must be feeling right
But
now.
notice that I have a melee weapon
Yeah.
and a ranged weapon. Oh, somebody's buffed me.
Somebody buffed her for the first time. We were there for her first buff, dude. Feels good.
Now,
Man.
mage. Do you think if I follow them, they know where they're going?
Do people
don't
do that
know.
anymore to each other?
But see
in
how she
GTA?
noticed
I've
that
played
too,
through
and
this
she
zone
went
so
over and
many
like
times,
like
and
looked
I
at the
learned
person like.
nothing. Hazel with no.
Imagine if there was a lot more
extra
people
skills
around.
and
It would
explorer,
just
and
feel
she
so much
did
more
some
alive, you
stuff.
know?
So what was it?
Yeah.
Knolls
I love that though. I
and
love buffing people and.
Defias aren't. I mean, I can head over to where the.
Alright, let's see
I'm
it
level
first kill,
13.
man.
I can head over to where the dungeon is. That's like out this way. I know that. Should I try and fight it? Should I make him fight his people? All right, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we're gonna.
Oh no, man. Hold on.
Mm.
Get this.
Hunter's Mark, and that's gonna make me do extra range damage. That's a dot.
You don't have ad block,
And then
dude?
I
What
can
the
spend
fuck?
some mana on Arcane Shot, and now I'm hitting him with my axe.
Oh, dude.
Goodness, that's loud. All right, so I can slow him down, and now I'm kiting, and he's out of my dead zone. I can shoot him again.
Night elf with a gun? That was on the demo. With it a gun? Let me give a night elf a bow.
Good job. Go
That's
me.
so weird,
Right?
Where did I get all this experience?
dude.
from?
I feel like
Auto loot.
Night
I
Elf
think
is
there's auto loot.
like,
Nope, that's-
synonymous with that bow sound, man.
Interface
You know?
options. Auto loot.
They should have spawned night elf with a cat and a bow, right? That's what I'm thinking right now. It's kind of weird.
Or
with
an
the
owl.
boar. Or an owl, yeah.
Or an
Honestly, an
owl,
owl would
yeah.
be amazing.
Noah are just clicking on things to loot them. Okay, Null. So I need pause. So we can.
All right,
do
we'll
this.
watch
We
like
can
one
do
more
this.
kill, man, because we pretty much.
Yeah,
get the
I want to
picture.
see her
I could name
reaction,
him,
dude.
actually. We could give him a name.
Seems like she's having a good time though.
So
Hey,
if I
yeah.
want to shoot him, if I want to keep shooting.
But what
my
did-
pet
yeah,
needs to
what did
make
she
it,
say at the
which
end?
Like he's doing a good job of. I can heal my pet with.
No, I don't
4
know.
at
I
the
didn't watch
channel,
till
but
the
I can
end.
heal my pet.
I would like
feed him.
to
I
see
would
what
like
she
skip to
said.
the end?
Give them
Okay.
snacks.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Let's do that.
Bye.
All right.
I do think that giving your pet snacks to make them happy is a good idea. That I would be happy. I would be good
Well,
to see that.
she
come
said
back in the
bye.
main
That's-
game.
that was her
I don't
reaction.
play Hunter, so I don't really get to talk to them. Otherwise, I am personally quite happy to let the past stay in the past. This may very well be the last time I ever play this, and that's okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm going back to bed. Bye.
That is okay.
Yeah, I mean, happy to let the past stay in the past. I don't know. It didn't seem like nothing really resonated super hard. But do I even blame her? Do you think it would resonate with you super hard during the demo environment? Probably not, man.
So
No, that's
she gave
why
no
I really-
reasons for her decision. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's why I really think like it's not fair to give. For me, it would not be fair to like play a game on its demo and to feel like I played the game and got everything
Well,
from it. You know
You
what I mean?
shouldn't title a video "My First and Last Time Playing Something" and then explain why it's your first and last time. Granted, we missed the whole middle section of the video.
And it
but
was
did-
only the demo though. Like
But did
I would
she-
at least
well,
try
yeah,
to play the
okay.
actual game.
But did she actually give any reasons why she didn't like it?
I don't know if she even really said she didn't like it, dude. I think she just played it. It was probably kind of mildly fun. I just don't think it like resonated and like you fall in love with it. But I don't know if I blame her for that, dude. If you played the demo only and you just level 10, you're just hopping into a random character with a boar. There's no personality really. Like you're just dropped into Westfall randomly. Like,
Yeah.
would you love it? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah. See what everyone said here. So seems like she gave it a good chance and didn't dig it. Yeah, sucks it wasn't the demo. Sucks it wasn't the demo. Creating the character is important. Juicy, like that is so true. Creating the character is really important because you feel like, okay, this is my character. You know, you feel connected to it. And wow, exactly what you said. I mean, that I think is just true. She's not the kind of person that is going to be the target audience for Classic, and that's fine. That's okay. But for the most part, when someone, you know, does play Classic for the first time, I hope, you know, they would give the actual game a chance and not just say, "Oh, I played the demo. I didn't like Classic because I played the demo." The demo is not a very good representation of what Classic is.
Let's think about this though, Def Cam. So let's think about what the potential missed opportunity here. What if there's a chance that, given the right circumstances, someone like her would fall in love with the game? Let's say she was level 1 and she worked her way up, and level 10 earned her pet and was able to tame the first pet and make the decision to tame a surf crawler, to make the decision to tame a boar or a cat, and you slowly feed it, and it's unhappy when you get it. It's like mad at you, and you're like giving it some food, and you have to maintain your inventory of arrows, and maybe you've already messed up one time and you've already had no arrows, and you feel like have a little bit of stripes on your shoulder at that point. You get your pet. That could be a powerfully different type of experience, man.
I agree. I think that would help a lot. You invest a lot more time in your character, and there are many things in World of Warcraft that are very how you say it, English hard. You go, Defcamp. I think about the words, and then I come back.
I just want to say what Atticus just said. And what's up, Atticus, brother? How you doing? Was a huge thing and a big point. So he said, I think a big takeaway from all this is that this is representative of what kind of vibe a beta could give people. So if a beta were to come out and it was a big announcement in the beta, what kind of what kind of effect would that have on people? That's a really good takeaway from that. I don't know, man.
Or launch though. Even what if it's not a beta? I'm just saying, what if the I don't know. What if the experience on launch was a little bit more like the demo, and for some reason it wasn't able to connect. It wasn't able to connect. So
right.
I don't know.
What I was trying to find is the word addictive. Yeah. So anyway, there are a lot of addictive things in Classic WoW, and I think if you start in a demo, you missed a part of those addictive things from the early levels. So it's pretty hard to fall in love with the game if you never played it before, just from the demo. And one of those things is probably getting your pet and getting your first talent and all those kind of things. And there are a lot of those things from 1 to 60 and even at level 60, which are very addictive, which are not in retail WoW anymore. So I think when people spend enough time to have enough of those little addictive things, they will stay. And if they don't, they won't. Simple as that.
Yep. I mean, think about all the stuff like you said. What type of stuff would you miss going into the demo at, like, potentially 10 or whatever? You would miss maybe getting your first green, getting your first talent point, like you said, getting that first
getting
one.
your first moves,
Getting your pet as a hunter.
Last trainer.
Getting your pet as a hunter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Getting your first talent point and like hitting level 10. Yeah.
The first pieces of
exploring
white
the first
gear you
new
get
zone.
too, bro. Like you literally spawn in there with full green gear, pretty much, right? Imagine getting the first white item that's slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going out of your starting zone, doing the class quests, going to the class trainer, getting a bag maybe, learning a profession, all those things.
We talk about this all the time, that one of the best things about Classic WoW, the things that makes it really addictive, that makes it feel so good, and why it's so successful, is the pacing. The pacing was on point, and I really believe a very substantial factor of why people fall in love with the game is the pacing, and the pacing is so good, especially on those early levels. I really enjoy like the power creep or power level or whatever you want to call it, and I don't know. I just think it would be. I could see where Blizzard's coming from if they're just trying to give people that good initial impression of it, because they could just walk away from the game forever and never really realize how awesome it was.
Yeah. I think it's strange how many of those addictive things are not in retail anymore. It's what keeps people playing, and they removed so many things of it. I don't get why they removed so many addictive things.
Yeah, I think it just ended up being, a lot of these things were, for a lot of people, I mean, over time, it's easier to, okay, you look at things like the talent system, you look at things like, getting your pet, training your pet, all these things, like, they make, for me, and a lot of other people who enjoy playing Classic, the experience more enjoyable. It makes you feel more connected to your character. But for the most part, I think for a lot of newer players that never played before, it's just a lot of information, too much going on for that new type of player that I think Blizzard has been looking for with retail. You pick one thing, this is all you have to worry about, this, that. There's two options. I love the fact in Classic that there's so many options, there's so many paths you can go down. But for a new player, I guess they're worried that it's too confusing. There's, there has to be the right way or the wrong way, and you pick the right way, and it's
Honestly,
very handholdy. And
I don't really agree with that. I think it's way harder to start in retail WoW. I think you have way more things to know. There's way more information you need to know to start in retail WoW than there is to start in classic.
But you're not going to die in retail WoW though. Like it's tuned in such a strong way.
I mean, you go through the leveling process like that. It's.
What more do you need to know?
There's what is Azeroth gear? How do you get Azeroth?
Oh, you're talking about when you get the end game. I'm talking about if you start like brand new.
But
Level 1.
if you start retail brand new, you will probably quit within an hour or two.
First of all, if you start retail
it's
brand
really
new,
boring.
you're going to start 10 levels below max because that's just how it works now. You'd probably just
Wait,
pay for
what?
the boost.
Wait, what?
The boost.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
like, if anyone who's like, I don't know, like if I was gonna play retail for the first time and coming into WoW and someone tells me, oh, you could do this whole leveling thing, it's probably gonna take you like 30 hours to level. I knew nothing about the game in 2019, the era of instant gratification, and there's this option to just boost 10 levels below max.
Right.
Let's
It's
say you
no
don't
contest
Let's
decision.
say
There
you
I
just
agree with
level
you.
up. It's you don't know what you're doing, so you're leveling in whatever zone because all zones are scaled with your level. You don't learn anything. You can spam whatever move you have. You don't learn anything, and then suddenly you hit max level and you don't know what the game is all about. So you have to
I
learn
get
a
what you're
lot
saying
more.
now. I get what you're saying now. I thought you meant like harder in the sense of like you're going to be things are more difficult, like mobs. So you're saying it's harder
No,
because the game doesn't teach you well.
But to
Yeah.
play devil's advocate,
Right.
if you're dropped in the classic at 60, I think you'd be at the same detriment.
Yeah, but you can't. And
You can't.
Right, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
that's a
though,
good
man.
point,
You have,
Jimmy.
you have like
Yeah,
very simple talents though, and like it really is much more of a cookie cutter spec. You could be a new player, Google one guide, and transfer a lot of that information and just copy that. And
But there's a lot to Google for retail.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, retail is very. I feel like retail is very new player unfriendly, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why they have to, especially with the boosting. So you boost a character, right? You get them to 110. You just missed out on learning all those new spells when you learn them, getting them for the first time, get them one by one, all that kind of shit. So
yeah,
I think we lost the stream
we went
again.
down again.
Yeah.
I think we should probably just,
Yeah,
well,
we should
after
probably
this we
get
come back.
close.
Okay.
So I gotta go
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't say reconnecting. I think we still might have just been a momentary thing. I think we're back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
But
Okay.
So yeah.
Closing
I think-
thoughts.
Closing thoughts about retail first. The thing with retail is that once you learned all this stuff, you actually find that there's not a lot of choice to make. It's really boring, and you quit as well. And in classic, you learn it really slow from 1 to 60, and you can keep trying different things, and everything is something new, and a new talent build, a new item, which totally changes your playstyle. So I think the design is just way better, and I don't know where I want to go with this. So those are my closing thoughts for now.
I don't know. Closing thoughts. I hope Blizzard just tries to stay as close to the vanilla experience as possible, even if that means perhaps potentially shunning people from the game. I think sharding will happen. There's nothing we can do about that. Sharding is going to be there for the first, 10 levels or whatever. And yeah, that may definitely make the game more accessible for some people. And I agree with you there, Cargos. I just don't think it's going to make or break it for people. I think that if they don't like the game, they're going to find out at some point that that the game isn't for them.
It's valid. We got a biddy donation, 150 biddies. TY for the great stream. Sam J, thank you for the bits,
thank you,
my
brother.
man.
Hey, Sam.
I
Appreciate it.
think the main point to take away from this is even though we like to talk and critique little things here and there, for the most part, I think Blizzard is on the right path. I was really happy about the recent news with the PvP, stages, how they're going to implement that. I think for the most part, the developers are, thinking about the classic experience more so than trying to make it fit everyone's lifestyle. There may be some things we have to deal with here and there, but for the most part, I think that Classic will be a success. I think that it will be played for years to come. And even if we don't agree on everything, we still love Classic, and it's
Yeah.
a game for us. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
So,
just to go back on that, I think accessibility has done more to hurt WoW than help it. So let's just remember that.
yeah,
That's powerful words,
True.
man. Powerful words.
yeah.
I guess my closing thoughts are, we love the game. You know, that Blizzard doesn't need to convince us that Classic WoW is the best game ever. Like, we know that. Like, but you know, oftentimes in life, like you won't sometimes get into something unless you have a good mentor who's there to show you the ropes. Unless you have the right format, you know, the right friend group that's like that wants to get into a certain hobby or activity or something, and that's how you fall in love with something. And like, you kind of need a set of conditions. Maybe that's why Classic WoW was so successful, the context in which it launched. And all I'm saying is 2019 is a very different beast, and you know, people's attention spans are shorter, and it's a different profile of the gamer today. And I don't know, man, I'm just sensitive to the idea that, you know, some people may miss that opportunity to fall, you know, in love with this game like we did. You know what I mean? And I'm just sensitive to that, and I'm thinking about ways, like you said it best, Maldoron, months ago, being a good WoW ambassador in the game and showing people the ropes and being helpful and trying to have people not fall out and just give it a real shot. Because yeah, they'll eventually figure it out if the game's for them or not. But the sad thing is that some people, the game might be for, but just the unfortunate way, the way everything plays out for them, that they may miss that opportunity.
Yeah, they might run into a bunch of assholes that don't help them. But
Exactly.
you know, and the thing is, help, assistance, accessibility should come from within the game, not from outside it.
100%.
On the closing thought, Vanilla WoW is more accessible than retail in some ways. So
Absolutely, yeah.
it's more accessible in that you learn everything on a slow pace, and people can help you inside of the game.
It's more accessible in the social aspect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's good.
And
Yes.
exactly what Melderon said with the, you know, Blizzard not being the ones to make it everyone's better game, but us being able the ones. You know,
It's our job.
we
It's
have
our
to
job.
work together.
That's the
to
core
get
difference
people
between
to-
retail and vanilla. It's our job, not Blizzard's job.
Exactly. And that is, I think, the true thing to take away from this is, if there are newcomers willing to play, we need to be there to help them.
Preach. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. I'm just working day in and out trying to get this fixed up. It's really such a bummer. It's kind of demoralizing me, but I have, you know, we will figure it out, whether I have to get another computer or whatever the case may be. Thank you for your patience and hanging in there. You know, spending time
thanks,
with us
guys.
today. So that's going to be it for this one, guys.
Thanks,
We'll
guys.
see you next week. I hope you have a great week.
Yep.
And just, you know, be good, guys. Take care.
Yep.
End the stream here.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Yep. See you guys.